Good morning. Now let us discuss the types of mirrors. Plane mirror, already we discussed the plane mirror, and image formed by the plane mirror also we discussed. Now another type of mirrors, those are called as spherical mirrors. The spherical mirrors are of two types. One is concave mirror, second one is convex mirror. First of all, what is meant by spherical mirror? How we can understand the spherical mirror? Just imagine a sphere. This is a sphere which is made of glass. This is a glass. If you cut this part at any point, then you can get a curved surface. This curved surface is glass is coated with one side. This is coating, or you can coat the other side also. This is coating. Now the other side works as a reflecting surface. So this is the reflecting surface. Here this is the reflecting surface. If the reflecting surface is bulged outside, then it is considered as a convex mirror. This is convex mirror. If the reflecting surface is bulged inside, then it is considered as concave mirror. So spherical mirrors are of two types. This is convex mirror, this is concave mirror. Now some important points on convex mirror and concave mirror we have to discuss. Those are nothing but definitions. So first of all, if you consider any convex mirror or concave mirror, here exactly at the center point of the convex mirror or concave mirror, this is known as pole. The center point or midpoint of the surface of the convex or concave surfaces is known as pole. This is pole. And after that, this is a cut part. Already we discussed, this is a cut part of a sphere. So this is, imagine this as a sphere. This sphere is having a center. This center is also regarding to the curvature. So this is known as center of curvature, denoted with C. Pole is denoted with capital P. This is center of curvature. The center of the sphere where the mirror is cut part, that is considered center of the sphere. Here also you can consider the center of the sphere. You can imagine a sphere here. This is the center of the curvature. And now if you join these two, this is nothing but radius of the sphere. So this radius of the sphere is also considered as radius of curvature. Why? Because here we are considering only the curvature, we are not considering the sphere. That's why this is radius of curvature. Here also this is considered as radius of curvature. And exactly at midpoint of the radius of curvature, if you consider, this is considered as focus or principal focus. Principal focus. Actually, how to define principal focus? If light rays are incidented, means for example, if you consider a parallel beam of light on this is a parallel beam. After that it will reflect back. It will reflect back. For this also, here this is the reflecting surface, so light rays are incidented in this direction. If you keep one object here which is releasing light, then the light rays incidented parallel to each other. This is also, we can consider that parallel beam of light. When a parallel beam of light is incident on the surface, after reflection the light rays meet at a single point on the radius of curvature. That point is considered as focus or principal focus. We can call it as principal focus. So what we discussed here, pole, center of curvature, and radius of curvature, and focus or principal focus, which is denoted with F. So the distance between pole to focus is known as focal length, which is denoted with small f. Focus is a point, so it is denoted with capital F. Focal length is the length always denoted with small letters, so we are using small letter F. And the light rays which are closer to the principal, this is also considered as principal axis also. The principal axis is nothing but the extended line which is passing through the center of curvature from the pole is known as principal axis. So if you consider the light rays, beam of light ray, some rays are very closer to the principal axis, very nearer to the principal axis. Those are considered as paraxial rays. These rays, the light rays which are closer to the principal axis, those are considered as paraxial rays. The light rays which are away from the principal axis, this side and this side, those are at a distance, those are away from the principal axis, those are considered as marginal rays. Paraxial rays means which are closer to the principal axis. Marginal rays which are away from the principal axis. These are the difference. And if you consider the diameter of the curvature, this is the mirror, spherical mirror. If you consider the width, this is known as aperture. This is aperture. So these are the important terminology we have to discuss regarding the spherical mirrors.